Okay, so this is my little video tour of my garden. I'm gonna start out on the west side, or as like I want to call it, the sunset side. So this big mesquite was here when I moved in, and I need to prune it, but it was kind of shaggy and small when I first moved in, so it's gotten as tall as the fence line now. And also this pomegranate was here. Last year it dropped a lot of leaves during all the heat, but it came back good. So got a couple of blooms, and I even looked like I had some pomegranates this year. That'll be fun. So those were here. And then I have since planted this. This is one of those lady slippers, a variation of that. Hopefully that'll get tall and fill in there. And then I planted this lime tree a year and a half ago. It was a dwarf, just a real small one, so it's already grown almost as tall as the fence. And then another little lady slipper, I just planted that about a week or so ago, so hopefully that'll fill in and like that spot there. Tawny, good girl. So this tree, rather short, but it was here when I moved in, and I got a lot of oranges on it this year. Last year there were none. So hopefully I'll have some fruit out of that this year. And then here are two, they're really big, lemongrass. Started them out, they were just 1 gallon size, and took a little while to get established, but now with all the rain, they have really blossomed or bloomed or whatever. It's really big. Then this is an orange or lemon, so that's a lemon tree, or should be someday. Hopefully it'll produce some lemons. And then this is wild bergamot or bee balm. I just planted that 2 days ago, so I'm hoping that'll take off this year. And then I also put in this tree, which is it's a bottle brush. It seems to be doing okay. It's grown taller than the fence line, but it hasn't gotten any of the red fuzzy blooms on it that it's supposed to get. So maybe in a couple years it'll do that. And then here's a gigantic stand of common sunflowers I put in. I just kind of emptied this package of seeds, and it just grew in this nice big clump, which the birds and the butterflies and everything love this. So I'm just going to leave it until it goes to seed or whatever it's going to do. And then over here, kind of behind all that, I've got, this is supposed to be a foothills palo verde tree. It's kind of a little bit more lacy like than the blue palo verde, but hopefully that'll get nice and big and provide some shade. And I also added this ocotillo. Got a lot of grass too with the rain, but hopefully this ocotillo will look nice. And this is going to be sort of my Sonoran desert section of the yard. And this tree, which looks like a shrub right now, but it was a volunteer mesquite. When I moved in, it was all the limbs were at the ground. They were kind of parallel to the ground. So it's kind of grown about 2 feet, maybe 3 feet since I moved in. And here is a nice candelia that I put in. Hopefully that'll look nice. And then this saguaro my friend Bridget gave me from her yard. So that'll anchor the Sonoran desert section I've got. And my neighbor gave me this. I don't know if it's staghorn or what that cactus is. But anyway, so this will be sort of this will be the area where I'm going to have just prickly cactus stuff, hopefully. And the neighbor's mesquite, mature mesquite. Anyway, so that's my sunset side or my west side. And on the fence panels, I'll just quickly mention the sheet metal that my brother helped me put in to create some privacy, because before it was open I could see through to the neighbor's yard, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, so that's that part. And then coming down to the back side of my lot, the south side, I just put in this variation of Texas Ranger. I think they call that a Lynn's Legacy, and hopefully that one will do nicely here. And I added this Texas Mountain Laurel, and that'll have purple blooms on it when it blooms. And then I put in a couple of ground cover. Hopefully those skullcap will spread out and kind of cover the ground a little bit. And then this is a green cloud Texas Ranger. And then here's a second Texas Mountain Laurel. So hopefully I'll have a nice little bit of a kind of a hedge. I'm trying to go for something purple blooms all along here. You could see through the fence the weeds have gotten crazy in the back alley. And then I just put this in a couple of weeks back. This is called an orchid vine. So they claim it really likes the heat, it's drought tolerant and all that, so I'm hopeful that it will spread out along the fence here and kind of create some privacy screening. And this area has kind of become a disaster. I have to get in there at some point. It's got the summer poppies, the Arizona poppies grew here, so I kind of left them, the bees and everything like that. She finds a place to sit everywhere, or lay. And then this I just love. I just bought earlier this year, like February or March or somewhere in there. That's a Texas ebony tree. And it's thorny like a mesquite, but it's slower growing, but hopefully it'll have really nice, I'm hoping kind of like a lollipop, if that makes sense, type of canopy. So I'll try to prune it and make it nice big shade. And I just put in this grass. I saw it at this nursery I like, and it kind of outlines a hedge. I don't know if it'll do well here, but I hope so. And then this pile became kind of just an afterthought. I had a bunch of fill dirt and wasn't sure what to do with it, so I had a wheelbarrow and just rolled it over here and dumped it, and then I had all these stones. So I created a mound, and then I put the, this is red switchgrass, and hopefully that'll kind of make nice, and I'm gonna try to find a few more cacti that will just be small here. I had some aloe that was growing elsewhere, so I relocated it there. Hopefully that'll work. And then this tree was here. I could see over it when I moved in here. So it's a willow of some sort, Arizona willow or something, I'm not sure. And then this Palo Verde was here, and when I moved in, it was just a shrub almost. Maybe like 6 foot, but it is now gigantic, and hoping that I might get a tree trimming service to come in because it's pretty massive now. So that's those two trees were here when I moved in. So I need a couple more trees that I'm hoping to kind of create a ring of shade around in the back. And then this has gotten crazy with all of the grass. I pulled it all once and it looked nice and clear, but now it's overgrown again. But I have some hedges, this is hop bush native. They grow 10 to 12 feet high, so I have about 4 of those. And then some vincas and some other stuff. Portaluca, I think, are these little yellow ones. And I don't know if they'll continue to grow, but I just put them in there to create sort of under plantings. Anyway, this is a bunch of work. And then here's my, this is a volunteer. This vine was growing right out of here, and so I'm planning to see if I can relocate this, maybe, I don't know. or just let it grow there. It seems to like that spot. It's a little droopy in the sun, but I just watered it, so hopefully it'll perk up. Then here's my current patio. I like to sit here on the lounge chair to chill out and look over the yard. Tawny sits with me a lot, and then I turned this one around the other direction so I could face here. This is going to be eventually, when I get it organized, the garden side, or I like to call this the morning side since it's on the east. And I just planted, this is another hot bush. This one's called a purple. It's purple. It's going to be purple. And then this is yellow bells, Tacoma yellow bells. This will get nice and full. It seems to like that spot. So hopefully what that'll do is create some screening. And then eventually, what I'm hoping to do here, I got to get some more of this block, but I'm going to make a raised bed here. Said only go to about 24 inches, but I might try to stretch it and get another course here, and then you put the wood in there on each side, and then I can fill it, cardboard on the bottom, and then fill it with dirt and do some plantings. So that's what I'm hoping to do there. And then these are my asparagus ferns. This one my friend Karen just gave to me. It was hers. It was huge. And then I had these two. This one gets a little too much sun. But anyway, these, I didn't know, I had all this rock and I had all these ferns, and I just decided to create this little, kind of this little rock garden over here on this side. And then this is where I put the queen's wreath. So I'm hoping that that will like this and then eventually grow up. Here's the lattice that I mentioned. It was open when I moved in, these openings to my carport where anybody could just kind of hop over, or the dog could get out. And now that I have this lattice there, that be an obstacle. Anyway, so this is my Morningside garden, and it's what keeps me busy all the time. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon.